14-year-old Noah just wanted to meet up with his friends. He grabs his bike and sets off on his way, but he never arrives at his friend's place. Surveillance footage captures the boy, but in a residential area, he suddenly vanishes without a trace. What happened along the way and why this case is so mysterious, you'll find out in today's video. Noah Donohoe was born in 2005 and lived with his mother, Fiona, in Belfast, Northern Ireland. His father was no longer part of his life, but his mother described him as a loving, intelligent boy with big plans for the future. Noah was a talented student at St. Malachy School, a prestigious Catholic school in the city. Belfast itself has a long and turbulent history, particularly concerning the conflict between Catholics and Protestants. Although the situation has calmed over the past decades, tensions still exist in certain neighborhoods. Noah grew up in a Catholic community, in a city still marked by its past. This fact will become important in a later theory, so keep in mind that the area where Noah lived could be considered dangerous. His life was shaped by academic success, music, and sports. He was passionate about basketball and had a close relationship with his mother, who always supported him. But in June 2020, his life took a dramatic turn. On June 21, 2020, a sunny Sunday, Noah left his home on his bicycle. He had planned to meet up with friends to study. He was wearing a backpack, a dark jacket, shorts, and sneakers. He rode along York Road and through several neighborhoods. Surveillance footage shows him focused as he heads toward his destination. But then something strange happens. In another video, Noah is suddenly seen riding without clothes. His backpack, jacket, and shoes are missing. Why did he undress? Was he being chased? Did someone steal his clothes? It's obvious that a teenager wouldn't ride through the streets naked for fun in broad daylight. But Noah never arrived at his friend's place. His personal belongings were later found scattered across a larger area. Most strikingly, his laptop and school books were recovered in a different neighborhood. The police claimed he had voluntarily removed his clothes, but many doubt this theory. Noah was last seen in a residential area before vanishing without a trace. A neighbor later discovered his bicycle, but didn't immediately report it to the police. Near the last known sighting, there was also a drainage tunnel that would later play a crucial role in the case. Even more puzzling, to this day, the police withhold key evidence. Important documents and records remain undisclosed, despite his family and the public demanding answers. As previously mentioned, Noah was last seen in the residential area near the drainage canal. However, this only became known later, as the neighbor reported it to the police 24 hours later. This delay was criticized in the news. Following Noah's disappearance, an extensive search operation began. The police deployed search dogs, drones, and search teams to locate the boy. Volunteers and local residents also joined the search, while concern among his family and the public grew. Witnesses reported seeing Noah in various locations. Some claimed he appeared confused and scared. However, there were conflicting statements about the direction he had taken. Surveillance footage played a crucial role in the investigation. By analyzing multiple security cameras, police were able to partially reconstruct Noah's route. Initially, the footage showed him riding his bike normally, but then something unusual happened. At one point, he fell off his bike. Shortly after, footage emerged showing him suddenly without clothes. How did this happen? Why did he continue his journey in this state? Another mystery is the behavior of the police in this case. While they initially stated there was no evidence of a crime, they later withheld crucial evidence. Key surveillance footage was not fully released, and certain witness statements were not officially confirmed. This led to growing speculation and the pressing question: was someone trying to prevent the whole truth from coming to light? Six days after his disappearance on June 27, 2020, Noah's body was found in a narrow drainage canal in North Belfast. about a mile from where his bicycle had been discovered. Throughout the entire search operation, he was considered missing, and his family held on to hope until the very end that he would be found alive. This raised the possibility that Noah may have passed through the garden of the woman who had found his bike. However, the circumstances of his discovery immediately raised new questions. The location where Noah was found was difficult to access and nearly impossible for someone to reach alone. Normally, the entrance was secured with a metal grate, but according to reports, an inspection had been conducted earlier, and the canal had not been locked afterward. Did he really enter the canal on his own, or did someone help him get there? Additionally, the area was not immediately secured during the search, which could have led to the destruction of potential evidence. The police stated that there was no indication of foul play. However, many doubted this claim, as several inconsistencies in the investigation emerged. Contradictory statements from investigators, incomplete autopsy reports, and withheld documents led to growing distrust. It was also confirmed that Noah's mother had said he was extremely afraid of the dark. He would have never entered a dark drainage canal alone. One particularly alarming detail: it was revealed that police officers involved in the search were not paid for their overtime. This raised the question of whether negligence or a lack of interest had played a role in the investigation. Why was the case not treated with the seriousness it deserved? And why were certain pieces of information withheld from the public? Noah's family and supporters demanded an independent investigation, but to this day, many questions remain unanswered. Was it truly a tragic accident, or is there more to the story? And why do the authorities seem unwilling to disclose all the details? At the beginning, I mentioned the tensions that still exist in Ireland. A similar incident, reflecting the same background of religious intolerance and violence, occurred in 2022 when 17-year-old Flynn Maguire from Belfast ended up in the St. James district while on his way home. Flynn, also Catholic, was pursued by a group of teenagers who eventually attacked him brutally. The attackers robbed him of his personal belongings and left him with multiple injuries. What makes this case even more alarming is the suspicion that the pursuit in violence against Flynn Maguire may have been motivated by his Catholic identity. In a region where Catholic and Protestant communities still live in tension, this could be yet another example of the religious hostilities that unfortunately still persist. Like Noah, Flynn may have been targeted because of his faith. Now the question arises, is there a connection between the cases of Noah Donohoe and Flynn Maguire? Both young men lived in Belfast, a city still marked by the scars of the Northern Ireland conflict, and both were of the Catholic faith. While the two incidents may seem different at first glance, they share one chilling common factor: religious intolerance. The real question is whether Noah and Flynn's religious affiliation made them targets in the eyes of their attackers. Was Noah Donohoe the victim of a crime driven by religious tensions in Belfast? And was Flynn Maguire just another casualty of the growing violence and intolerance toward the Catholic community? There are still many inconsistencies in this case. According to the police, Noah only had a minor head injury, which they claimed was caused by his fall from the bike. However, his mother insists that this couldn't have been possible since Noah was wearing a helmet. She strongly believes her son was attacked. Additionally, certain video footage was withheld by the police. Unfortunately, despite a petition, his mother was unable to gain access to this material. The coroner concluded that Noah drowned in the drainage canal. However, when this ruling was publicly questioned, legal action was taken against those who doubted it. There are countless theories circulating online, but I won't go into those here. This case left me speechless because there are just so many unanswered questions. It is also difficult to fully understand since crucial evidence remains missing. One thing is clear: little Noah lost his life in the drainage canal, but in my opinion, there's no way he went in there alone. Think about it. Would you as a child have entered a dark, normally locked canal all by yourself? Probably not, unless it was some kind of dare. But Noah had plans with friends that afternoon. I firmly believe that the withheld footage contains more than we've been told, and that the police are deliberately protecting someone. What do you think about this case? Let me know in the comments. Take care, and until next time.